I'm going to be our leader today. So I'm from Ikasucon Cosplay. It's a cosplay group here based in Ohio, next door. And this is Welcome to Lyoko. So we're going to talk a little bit about the series and kind of how it started, as well as the characters, storyline, and a bunch of other stuff.
Should we close the door?
Please?
Yeah,
okay, never mind. I'll talk loud.
yeah, the doors are locked. They tried that yesterday. Oh,
Darn.
Oh, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, let's all be locked in a room together. Okay. Okay. Well, this series first aired in France in 2003, and it was later aired on Cartoon Network, which is probably where a good majority of us saw it, in 2004. It had normal animation as well as CGI, which made it a little bit different from what you normally see. I'm also going to have little quizzes here and there to keep you guys entertained, because I don't want to sit up here and ramble the entire time. So this part's only about the characters that you all guys should know. You might not remember the names, but if you can describe them to me, then you get the point. So which character does not yell out her ability when using it on Lyoko?
Yumi.
I don't have very much candy, so random ones will be thrown. So I'm sorry I can't throw very well, so catch.
I got back here so
Have you ever seen me throw my energy fields? I don't have to be accurate. As long as I hit something, it works. Kind of.
Did you want a mic?
If I can, it'd be...
It's flower candy.
Okay. Which character is the first to be shown in the shower?
Ulrich.
Yes. I was afraid someone wouldn't get that. Alright, which character has a sword resembling the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII, which is right back there? Right there.
William.
Very good. And which character is actually a really good swimmer, but hates gym? Yeah, I heard it over here, Jeremy. And which character has come close to dying twice in the series?
Isn't that Yumi?
You.
Was it Alita?
Yeah, I almost died twice.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not very worthwhile in the first season. So, alright, we're going to talk about the characters. So, oh no. I'm not supposed to say this.
Be careful.
I didn't break it. Xana's not attacking, so we're okay. Okay. So, of course, this is about Jeremy. That's good. Did I test? Maybe. I don't know. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Kind of? Yay! Thank you. Okay. Yeah, should be good. Alright. Hey! Yay! Okay. Alright, if I get shocked and fall on the ground, it's okay. I'm sure one of the others will come help me afterwards.
Should.
I think this is like EMT training. It'll be okay.
Oh, yay! Somebody knows. That's always good to have. Okay, a little bit about Jeremy. He's French. His nickname's Einstein, which most people know. Him and I actually share a voice actress. Her name is Sharon Mann. And he has a mother and a father. He's only been virtualized 3 times, but we've never actually seen what he looks like. Apparently, he looked ridiculous either way, so he won't do it again. He's the first one to find the supercomputer and me, and we were talking before I eventually came to Earth. And actually, he has one big mistake that I like to kind of make fun of him for, and he created a Lyoko-consuming monster in one of the episodes in Season 2, and about destroyed Lyoko. Over. Alright, if this is your favorite character, feel free to raise your hands. Who liked Jeremy? How about Orc? Okay, I kind of figured. Alright, so he's German. He practices a lot of pencaksilat, Indonesian combat style, where you strike your opponents. He practices a lot with Yumi. It's quite vicious, to be completely honest with you. He knows to hide his feelings, which is why he doesn't talk about them. And we're trying to get him to talk to Yumi, but it's not quite working. And obviously, because he is kind of good looking, I'm not going to say he is, because that would be rude to Jeremy. But he gets hit on by a lot of girls, obviously.
Hey, Ikasucon. Dover will be here, just saying hi. Hanging out with Jeremy, and, well, keep an eye out for my dog. I lost Kiwi again. He kind of snuck out of my dorm this morning, so real nice, right? But, hey, any of you got any food on you? Or are there any single ladies? What do you say? Huh? Want to hang out? You know my number. Hook me up. Gotta go, Lolita. Jeremy's signaling. Activate the tower. Go.
And of course, I can't do anything without me. Sorry, I guess I hijacked my computer while I was sleeping. and he will hear about it when I get back. So obviously, who likes odd? Yay, there's people that like odd. Outside of me being Alita, that's actually one of my friends who cosplays odd, so I will tell her to also make her feel special. But he has a lot of sisters as well as his parents. He's kissed everybody in our grade except for me, obviously, and Sissy, which I'm surprised he hasn't. How many of you guys have noticed both of his Lyoko outfits feature Kiwi? Despite the fact he likes cats. I don't think that makes any sense. Word of caution, never smell his feet or let him take off his shoes. It's not worth it. Despite him being how he is, he actually is very acrobatic in Lyoko, and he saved me quite a few times. And he names all the monsters, so that's why they have kind of funny names. Speaking of Yumi, here she is. She is Japanese. She was actually born in Kyoto, but she moved to France when she was a baby. And she has her little brother Hiroki as well as her parents. She practices with Ulrich, and she set the school record for the 100-meter sprint, which is 14.35 seconds, which will never be beat by one of the Code Lyoko warriors, especially Jeremy. She gets devirtualized the most. I think Xana has a personal grudge against her for some reason. And this is me. Again, I have my mom and my dad. I'm not exactly sure what happened to my mom, but and my dad unfortunately died later in this series. But when I was first discovered by Jeremy in the supercomputer, they actually called me Maya until I actually deactivated a tower for the first time and my name came up. Kind of funny. I don't know how Ulrich and Odd did it, but they call me Princess, and I'm not quite sure why, but they mean well, I guess. Actually, I don't know if you guys realize this, but in reality, I would be around 22 or 23 years old because I was 13 when I went to Lyoko and stayed there for almost 10 years, even though I look like the youngest member and can be naive at times. William, he's kind of a touchy subject with us at the moment, but he was possessed by Xana when he first entered Lyoko because he didn't want to listen to me. And his super smoke is faster than Ulrich's super sprint, which must obviously be pretty fast because that is ridiculous. He's also really afraid of spiders, and yeah, he rides a tarantula around Lyoko, and he's Xanified. Why? I don't know. And how many of you guys ever noticed when he was first virtualized for the very, very first time, he's the only one that landed on his feet? Everybody else landed on their butts. If that has anything to prove. How can you not love Jim? He is so gullible. He means well, but it's Jim. You can't get past that. Mr. Hertz and Principal Delmont, of course. And I have to mention Sissy, or I will never hear the end of it. So that is my quick mention. I'm not talking about her. My dad, he actually made Lyoko to fight a military program called Project Carthage, and I'm not exactly sure what happened, but the Men in Black came after him, and that's why he went to Lyoko. And he actually, he saved me, and in order to save me and the keys of Lyoko, he gave himself up. And right now, because I have found a little bit of his research, I'm trying to find my mother, but I'm not going to tell you how that's going right now. Xana, a multi-system agent and artificial intelligence. You never actually see Xana in the series at all. You usually see Xana in like specters and like the eyes, which actually the Xana symbol is just the symbol of Lyoko. The only difference is that it's red. I guess you can compare him to Jeremy almost because you never see him. He's behind the scenes, kind of running everything. All right, now we're going to Lyoko, so hope you're all ready. How many sectors are there originally in the very first episode? Can anybody tell me? Anybody? No?
I believe there's only one or two.
I think actually there were, but how many are there in the first couple of episodes, do you think?
Probably about three.
I was 4 and then 5.
Yep, it was 4. There's the, I'll talk about the sectors in a little bit. Which areas or sectors were added later on?
There was that one mountain.
The core and the lab.
Very good. And I also kind of throw replicas in there because they're out in the interweb. What's the first monster we see in Lyoko or in the entire series? Does anybody know?
The cube thing.
Close. Actually, it's called the Capelat, and we'll see that in a few minutes. So here are the sectors. We have ice, mountain, forest, desert, and Sector 5, or Carthage, which is where a lot of data is stored. Replicas are out in the digital sea. They're actually only one sector of Lyoko kind of replicated, and they actually have all the same monsters too, but we have to destroy them nonetheless. Because if we didn't, it would be very, very bad. There is another place that I don't have on here. It's called Virtual Limbo. Jeremy visits there, and you only actually see it twice in this series. It's kind of an in-between space between Lyoko and Earth, and it's connected to my memory, which is why I was able to go and get